Yo, this is definitely Snoop Dogg and not a fake voice. Welcome to the Losing Streak podcast with Bankroll Bill and Automatic Austin.
Welcome back to a brand new episode of The Losing Streak, a sports gambling podcast. I am your co-host, Automatic Austin, and I'm joined by our other co-host, Bankroll Bill.
What's up, everybody?
And today we're changing up a little. I decided to do the intro. Bill seems a little bummed about it, but hey, what can I say? I just want to switch it up a little bit.
I'm not bummed about it. Reverse. I'm just saying consistency is good. So, but whatever. I like change because sometimes, things get rusty when you change it up.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. So I just wanted to throw a little curve in there. But
you might say we
got to change the record.
Yeah.
Exactly. But let's get into some thoughts on the championship weekend. Let's do men's first. Obviously, UConn absolutely demolished San Diego State. Of course, we were on San Diego State, even though we were fading them the entire tournament. Of course, the one game we were on them, they fail us. So
and I would like to say
that's how it goes. But
and I would like to interrupt you to say that I literally. The Caesars had like a contest or whatever for certain people, I think in New York, and I would have made top 10 place and gotten money if I got my pick right in that game. And I picked UConn originally, and then throughout the day I was like reading, talking to people, and I like talked myself out of it and changed. I like canceled my pick, had to go back in and change it to San Diego State. And you know what the Caesars contest said to me?
I find your lack of faith disturbing.
Yeah, that sucked. That sucked. Why did we take San Diego State, man?
Well, we took them because we thought, hey, championship game. We figured they'd keep it a little bit close. It's Jim Nance's last college basketball game. I figured there'd be some fireworks. So they're a defensive team, and we thought it'd be slow pace. We thought it'd be back and forth. And hey, I mean, hats off to UConn. It honestly was a really boring game though until like the end, and then it got a little interesting, but then UConn pulled away again. But yeah,
and the under did not hit yet again, which is super annoying. The last two San Diego State chances we had, but I'll take 8 out of 10 unders. That's okay.
Right.
But
yeah, what about any thoughts on the women's championship game? I know I'm
just sighing here first. So we know the big debate with the you can't see me, pointing at the ring, taunting from Angel Reese. But, I don't really care about that. Like, if I had won the game, if I was playing a situation like that, it'd been somebody that's been scoring a lot, everybody's talking shit about, and people talking shit about you, I would do like, the Degeneration X, like suck it move or something, whatever.
Right.
Like, that they won the championship. The worst part for me was that coach. That coach is ridiculous.
Yeah, I hate that coach. I keep seeing that replay over and over again of her freaking all over that ref, and it makes me upset like more and more. Like ugh.
Dude, the only way I can think that the refs were calling it like they were is if they had money on LSU. And honestly, I wouldn't even like fault them, like fire them, obviously, like charge them with whatever crimes. But that was so horrible. And then the technical foul, the last one where they called delay of game on Caitlin Clark. It was actually by the rules, the NCAA rule book. One of the guys I follow, he's a big rule nerd. He knows this. He doesn't gamble though, so he won't listen to this. But he showed me like by the rule that's a team technical foul, so it doesn't count as a personal foul against you. But they called, so it should have only been one free throw, but they made it 2 free throws, and they gave the ball, and they gave a personal foul to Caitlin Clark. So they can't even apply the rules correctly.
And what's stupid is that if the rest explanation was that somebody like held the ball, and so they called they gave him the warning, and then that's when Clark, I forgot her number, 23, 33, whatever it was, that's when she didn't give it back to an official, and that's when they called it on her. And it's like, wait, so then you give a warning to a team, but then it's called on her? That makes no sense.
Yeah, that was so stupid. And then did you see what Jill Biden wanted to invite both teams to the White House?
Yeah, which that is completely stupid. Jesus, what is she thinking?
I will say, with how mad everybody got about this, both the Barstool people and the non-Barstool people, everyone was united in thinking that Joe Biden was an idiot for that one. So that was good job. Good job uniting
Yeah.
us.
What is she no, because what's going through Joe? Like, why does she want to invite LSU? That makes no sense. Like, is it because she's afraid to meet the black people on LSU? Like that's so
That's why
stupid.
she went to Iowa. Yeah. No,
that makes no sense.
What probably happened was she probably talked to them before the game, like met with the teams, and like the Iowa team was nicer to her, and that was probably all that happened. I bet, or she thought the Iowa team was. I seriously bet that was all it was. But whatever. Oh, I have one last thing about it. So the video everybody shows at the end where they're like comparing, Angel Reese doing the taunting. The thing everybody needs to watch is right at half court. One of the other LSU players does a great gritty right across half court. Now that's the taunt everybody should be talking about. Like a gritty while the game was still going. Huh? You saw that?
Yeah.
Yeah, like nobody's talking about it though. Everybody's talking about the other part, but yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I do agree though. It's kind of stupid that everyone's talking shit about this Angel Reese chick just for doing that. And it's like Caitlin Clark was doing it and nobody was talking shit. They were like, oh, like good for her, and it's like sure, Angel Reese didn't have the best game or whatever, but it's like she's still one of the best players on her team. She carried them there. Like she deserves to do whatever she wants. She's an emotional player.
And to Dave Portnoy and all those other people out there with all their great opinions.
That's just like your opinion, man.
That's all I got to say. All right, let's move on to a different sport, baseball. Opening week of baseball. What happened? I got a couple wins, couple losses. My system didn't do too well.
How have you been doing? Pretty decent. I don't know, but I'm doing pretty decent. I started off hot, and then, like I predicted, I went cold. But I think today we got off to another good track. I think I only had one loss today. I think I went 3-1, so another decent day.
The Nerfies hit for me today. They did not hit for me.
Yeah, I was looking at the Nerfie for the Diamondbacks Padres last night. I didn't end up taking it, and then of course it hit. That's okay, whatever. I also was going to take the Cubs, and then they ended up destroying the Reds. Kind of bummed I didn't, but hey, we still had a really positive day, and we just got to keep it rolling, keep it positive.
Well, with the Cubs and the Reds, we should start going with your fees, I think, because god dang, they score.
Yeah, there's definitely teams that we'll look at and we'll pick and choose our spots. But just based off the first week, I don't really have too many thoughts. I mean, the Guardians are looking good. We're Guardians fans, so it's good to see them looking fantastic. But yeah, I don't know. The Rays, they're 5-0, but they've played the Detroit Tigers and the Washington Nationals, two of like the worst teams in the league. So not really much to say there. The Rangers are looking good. I know I talked shit about them, saying that they spent a lot of money in the offseason, but hey, they're looking good. So hats off to them. We'll see if they can keep it up. But
didn't the Rockies win the one night you were saying that you would never take the Rockies?
Yeah, the opening night, yeah, of course they won, but I'm still never going to bet on the Rockies. I will say, though, if I do whatever free bets I get, I'm probably going to put futures on the Braves. I've been watching them early, and as long as they stay healthy, man, their pitching staff is deep. Their bullpen is I think they have the best team in the league.
So DraftKings gave me a contest for MLB. Some other people may have it too. I think it depends on your VIP level or whatever, but it's a free pool, but you have to just pick who you think is going to win the World Series. So I locked in the Yankees for right now, but you may be able to convince me to take the Braves. I don't know.
I mean, do what you want, but that's who I'm targeting. Sorry, go ahead.
That's actually a good idea. So what I might do is actually just put money on a Braves future for the World Series. So that way, either way, I'm good because or do a National League one, because if the Yankees win, I win the contest. So we split whatever, dollars between them. So actually it might not be a good idea to take the Yankees, because if a lot of people take the Yankees from New York, but whatever, we'll talk about futures as it gets going.
Yeah, it's still a little bit too early, but I was going to say we can talk some shit about the Mets. I know they lost 10-0 yesterday and they lost 9-0 tonight.
Holy cow!
Yeah, they're looking really bad, man.
That's funny because the Yankees lost today, but they've been looking pretty good. But the Mets, whew, not the New York team to be a fan of, I guess.
Yeah,
they were minus one
offense.
They were
What's up?
minus 150 today too.
Yeah, man, their offense is just terrible, dude. They just can't score runs.
Yeah, they had 8 hits, 0 runs, and the game went over 8 runs because
Yeah,
Milwaukee
that's
had
what I
9.
was looking at. Yeah, I was like, geez. So yeah, we can definitely target the Mets and fading them, like taking their unders and then obviously fading them. But I mean, they're still 3-3, not terrible. It's still early. Obviously, hopefully they can fix some things for all you Mets fans. But yeah, early returns are not looking too good.
Team total under maybe. That'd be
Right?
good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
All right.
yeah, I think other than that, the Diamondbacks are looking decent. That's like my second team I cheer for.
Yeah, I'm gonna come out as a Yankees fan. So I'm a Guardians and Yankees fan now, even though they played each other last year, and I went to one of those playoff games. And Aaron Judge, hit a home run. So he had a home run, then the rest of the story goes. So now I'm an Aaron. Oh, I actually got to go to the Yankees game on Sunday, and I was on the first baseline, and I was very tempted to yell out, ask Aaron Judge what size shoes he wears, because I asked all the Knicks players, but
oh my god,
my wife would have been too embarrassed by me doing it, so I'll do it next time. I didn't do it this time.
people are gonna think you're weird.
You said people are gonna think I'm weird?
Yeah.
Well, I am weird. That's cool. You know what I say to you? Call me weird?
Ooh, that's a bingo.
Perfect.
There we go.
Hey.
All right.
We
so
are
moving on.
Tarantino fans up in the losing streak.
Are we moving on to NHL?
Yeah. Did you want to move on to the Masters, or did you want to do the NHL NBA first?
We can do the Masters first, but I got to start with my intro.
See if you can outdrive the amazing golf ball whacker guy.
Yeah, so we'll be talking golf ball whacker guys at the Masters. Beating the Bookie is already excited about the LIV guys being there and people shitting on the LIV. That guy, man, whatever. But do you know anything about the Masters? I mean, I know we bet last year for Tiger Woods to make the cut.
Tiger
right?
to make the cut, and he did. Yeah, that was a nice little bankroll boost. But yeah, I mean, I've been reading a little bit about it. I mean, maybe I'll target one person to win it as an outright winner, but besides that, I'm not really, or maybe one or two. I don't know. It's tough because the odds are so juicy on all of them, but I really don't know a lot. I mean, I know the top names obviously, but I don't know any of the long shots.
So I will say on FanDuel, they have a guarantee where you can bet. I don't know. Some people it's $25, some people it's $50, whatever range it is. But if you bet on some outright winner, and then they make the top 20, you get your money back in a bonus bet. So it's not a bad deal if you want to bet on the Masters.
I guess that's not terrible.
Yeah. How many people are there total? 40? I don't know. More than that?
Oh, I think there's more than that. I think there's what, 50?
Probably. I'm not able to count all of them.
I don't know. I'm not going to count them all either. But you know more than me. So do you have a few names you're interested in?
They said 90 to 100 players. This year's going to have 89. So yeah. So maybe that guarantee is not as good, but I mean, I think it's pretty safe who will be in the top 20. But
I mean, they say the Masters is the easiest to predict because it's like, I don't know. That's just what they say. So I feel like if you're looking at top winners, I mean, the top guys. I actually did read that the highest odds I think were like the last time. There's only been a handful of times where somebody that was over 40 to 1 won. So, I mean, usually it's the top 15 that you'd say are probably going to win.
Yeah, unless something. Yeah, I mean, I might just go with who's the best LIV player. Do you know?
I have no idea. I just know the names that I'm really looking at are McElroy and John Rahm.
Yeah, those aren't bad. I might go down with a little bit. Who did I take that Brooks Koepka person last year, or was it? I think maybe it was Xander. I don't even know who some of these people are, but they were like, I don't know. I was just like looking at stats and numbers and how they were doing. But I mean, I might go with the basic pick and just take Scotty Scheffler, man, because he's been really good lately.
You think so?
Every time, yeah. But I just want people to talk about it. You know, I think the picks, you got to pick by Thursday. So we got another day. So I'm going to look at the numbers tonight. You know, people read this. I'll tweet out my pick tomorrow because I want to do it on the FanDuel thing, you know, just for some fun.
Yeah, why not? I'll tweet out a pick or two. But yeah, I think I like McIlroy around. I think one of them are gonna win for sure. I think so. But we'll see. We'll see. I'm not a golf expert.
Has anyone won back-to-back Masters before? Scheffler won last year.
You're asking the wrong guy, but
oh yeah, Tiger Woods won 3 years in a row, so it's possible.
Jeez. Yeah, but he was the GOAT, so
yeah, Jack Nicklaus won, but he was old as hell. I mean, that's pretty crazy. Jack Nicklaus won 3 years in a row, and the next year he missed the cut. That was sick. All right, we'll move on to the sports we know more about. Let's do NHL. Yeah, we definitely. So we got the NHL playoffs coming up.
We do.
Who are you like? I mean, obviously the Golden Knights. You know, we read them, especially. They've been looking good down the stretch. Speaking of, they're in overtime right now. Let's see.
Yeah, I'm actually the Predators right now. But yeah, I mean, Golden Knights, obviously the Bruins, but if the Bruins somehow get knocked out, yeah, I like the Golden Knights. Really, honestly, it's the Bruins. It seems like it's their trophy to lose, but if they somehow get knocked out by somebody, it feels like it's a wide open race, honestly.
Yeah, it's definitely the Bruins and then everybody else because they're doing pretty good at the top.
What are the futures saying? It says Bruins are at plus 380, Avalanche are at plus 650, Maple Leafs are at plus 900, Oilers are plus 1,000. The Golden Knights are at plus 1,600.
See, are you looking at DraftKings?
Yeah, I'm on DraftKings.
Okay.
That's my de facto sports book.
Yeah, it's about the same on FanDuel. I mean, obviously, Bruins even at plus 380. I feel like that's not bad.
Right.
Because I would figure they would have been more favored. But I guess I mean, I don't know how much Stanley or how much playoff hockey you watch outside of like the Penguins, but
that's like the only hockey I watch is playoff hockey.
Yeah, they have some crazy upsets, feels like. I mean, it's not any more now than before, but I feel like a lot of these series are really wide open.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the Bruins have been dominating all year, man. I mean, they only have do they even have more than 10 losses?
I'm not sure. Yeah, I think maybe I thought it was 12 last time. Let me see. Game type in Bruins.
Let's see. They are 60-12, but still
12 losses.
Ridiculous.
Yeah,
I mean 12 times.
Yeah, the next people closest are the Hurricanes in the other division with 18 losses. So
that's crazy that the Avalanche are second. They're third in the Western Conference. That's pretty interesting. Is it because they won last year?
That's confusing.
That's probably because they won last year.
And the Golden Knights, they've got like the best record in the West. That's pretty crazy. Whatever.
Oh wait, I'm looking at the. I was just looking at one division, but yeah, that's interesting, huh? Interesting.
So Golden Knights may have some value, but I don't know. That's some more things we probably need to do research into, see like how these seeds fare and stuff, because you know it could be. I mean, the good thing about having best of 7 or best of 5, as opposed to in some other sports like football is, I feel like the better squad usually wins these series.
Right, or teams that are pretty hot coming into the playoffs. I mean, the Bruins are 9-1 in their last 10. I mean, the Avalanche are 8-2. The Golden Knights are 7-2-1. Kings are 7-2-1. The Oilers are 9-0-1. So, I mean, I would target those teams.
Yeah, and it shows that the number 1 seed has won 35% of the time, and the number 2 seeds win 29% of the time. So it pretty much goes from like 1 to 5 who have won.
So watch the Bruins be a 1 seed, and then the Golden Knights be a 2 seed. That would be so clutch.
Yeah, that'd be pretty good.
If that happens, we are definitely taking those 2 as futures.
Oh yeah.
But
All
we will
right.
stay patient and wait to see how those seedings play out.
Yeah. And then moving into the NBA with playoff time also coming very soon. Like, how many games they got left? Teams got like 5 games?
I think this is the last week,
3?
I think, isn't it?
Yeah, 3 games. Yeah. Bucks have played 79.
Yeah.
All right, let's look here. Lakers, they're sitting in there, but they could fall out of the playoff. They got 4 games left, and they're 12 games back.
Come on, the NBA is not going to let them fall out of the playoffs.
I mean, what do you mean NBA is not going to let them? Didn't they fall out of the playoffs?
You've seen the free throw differential. Come on.
No, the Lakers are getting good at the right time. They're 7-3 in the last 10.
They are good, but you've seen that stat, right? They're like the last 2 months or since the All-Star break, their free throw differential is like plus 300 or something like that. And the next year says like plus 190.
Do you think we got some fixing refs in there?
Yes, absolutely, dude. The league needs LeBron in the playoffs. Come on.
Nah, Matt, I don't think they do that. They had the one ref got caught.
Oh my gosh, whatever.
Nah. What you think this is like WWE? You think
it's
they're
not betting? I'm saying they want just for ratings purposes. It's a fact that the Lakers bring more popularity to the playoffs.
Yeah, but they're not going to call. What you think they'll call more fouls?
They're not like, hey guys, just like, hey, they probably, I'm sure they send a little memo. Hey, call it a little to the Lakers' way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, there's no way they would put that
wink,
memo out.
wink. You know what I'm saying? They probably sent something. I don't know.
Nah. Well, anyways, they're within a half game of 5th place in the West. So that's pretty good. I wouldn't mind a 5th seed Lakers. And I feel like, Celtics lost tonight to 76ers, but man, yeah, I feel like the Eastern Conference.
The whole thing is wide open, I think.
Yeah, man, I cannot believe the Nets are going to make the playoffs, bro. They are so bad.
They're not bad. They're one of the best defensive teams and 3-point shooting teams in the league.
The Nets? Are we talking about the same Nets?
Yes, since the All-Star break, yes. After all their trades, they are one of the best 3-point and defensive teams in the league.
Okay. I feel like every time I watch them, they've been losing lately.
Bro, look at their record.
They're 4-6 in the last 10, man.
Yeah, maybe lately, but they're still making the playoffs. They're 43-36.
Yeah. They'll make the playoffs unless they'd have to.
No, they're making the playoffs. They're in.
No, they could technically not make the playoffs.
So how does the seeding work? So it's 1 through 5 is in, and then 6 through 8 is or 6 through. What? No, is it? How's this work? Is it 1 through 7 and then 8 through? How's the play-in work? Do you know how this shit works?
Did they change it this year, or is it the same as it was last year?
I think it's the same as last year. We were confused as fuck last year, and
the play-in tournament. Okay, so the play-in tournament is 7, 8, 9, and 10.
Okay, so let me look at the same. You said 7, 8, 9, and 10 is the play-in. So 1 through 6 are in.
Yeah, and so the winner of 9 and 10 plays the loser of 7 and 8
to get in. Okay, makes sense.
And then that team that wins that game, they're the 8th seed, and then the 7th seed is the one that won the 7-8 game.
Right, makes sense.
Yeah, they made this so complicated, man. But I found this great. But they did make a great graphic on NBA.com. So if you're confused about it, just pull up the graphic and you can see. Yeah, so the top 6 is where you want to be.
This is art. They're trying. So they're trying to make it like a tournament like NCAA, but it's cool. So the Lakers are 7th right now. What are your predictions for the way this is going to shake out? So they're it looks like a half a game behind the Warriors and the Clippers.
So I think Because we got what? How many games left? Like 3 games.
Well, yeah,
for some of these
how about
teams?
you pull up the Clippers remaining schedule. I'll pull up the Warriors remaining schedule.
Okay. So Clippers, they're going to beat the Trailblazers, but then they also got to play the Suns and the Clippers. I mean, they got to play the Suns and the Lakers.
Okay, so the Thunder are beating the Warriors currently, but then the let's see. They play the Kings and then they play the Trailblazers.
Do NBA teams rest their starters if they've got stuff clinched? I assume they would, right?
I think they do.
Yeah, because I mean, they rest them if they're like tired, you know, if they slept like 10 minutes too short or something. So
yeah, that makes me think. Let me go back to those games, dude. I swear to God, the Trailblazers won.
So if the Suns win,
Rockets killed the fucking Nuggets. Dude, but the Rockets were plus 11 and they beat the Nuggets by 21 points, bro.
one of their 19 wins. Yeah, so if the Suns win a couple of games, they're going to stay pretty comfortable because they're 9 games back, and then Clippers, Warriors, all those teams, you know, are like 2 games back essentially from them. Clippers are 2.5. So if the Suns win a couple, they might actually sit people for that last game, which will help the Clippers because the Clippers in their last game play the Suns. So I see the Clippers going 1 and 2.
Sorry, can you say their remaining schedule one more time?
So they play the Lakers. So the Lakers go to the Clippers tomorrow. Trailblazers at Clippers.
Huge game.
Yeah, Trailblazers at Clippers on Saturday. So that's definitely going to be a win for the Clippers unless they, you know, whatever. And then Clippers at Suns on Sunday. So I think, yeah, the Clippers, they got a tough road, man. I see 1 and 2, 2 and 1. You know, winning 2 of these are the best. The best. I don't see them winning all 3.
Okay, so this is interesting. So, assuming the Lakers pull out a win tonight, they play the Clippers tomorrow. Then they play the Suns, and then they play the Jazz.
Ooh.
So, depending on how that works out, so I'll say this: if the Lakers beat the Clippers, oh man, I don't know.
Because then you say they play the Suns too?
Yeah, so they play tomorrow, and then on Friday they play the Suns, and then Sunday they play the Jazz.
Dang, those are gonna be some good games. Yeah, so this playoff picture is gonna be so crazy because you've got, you know, Clippers and even the Clippers and up to Thunder are 3 games apart, and that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, there's 6 teams that are 3 games apart. Between number 5 and number 10. And then right behind number 10, you've got the Mavericks a game back. You've got the Jazz a game and a half back. And then that's it. You know, the Trailblazers can't really make it. They got 4.5. There's no way they're making that. But have you been reading about how the Mavericks are going to screw the Nets too?
No. What do you mean?
Because the Nets get their draft pick or whatever for next year.
Oh, the top 10 protected. Yeah.
Yeah.
That makes you laugh. That's funny.
Yeah, that sucks.
You hate the Nets. That's funny.
I tried to like them, man, but they just, I don't know, man. I know what it was. I'll tell you what it was. I went to a game and they were playing. I think they were playing. This must have been when LeBron still was on the Cavs, or when he went back to the Cavs. And the Cavs were killing it all game. This is when the Nets were trash. And then I was talking so much shit, I got wasted. And then somehow they blew the game, and the Nets won. And I think I had like trash thrown at me, man. Like people did not like me at that game. But
oh, that's right. I think you were telling me about that.
Yeah. So whatever. That was back in my Army days when I had a drinking problem. You know, they issue it with your gun and your uniform. All right. So playoff picture is crazy right now. So who do I think is going to win in the West, or do you want?
I want your champion. Who do you think is going to win the whole thing? You got the Bucks are the favorite. The Bucks are the favorite at 310. You got the Celtics at plus 320. The Suns at plus 450. Nuggets at plus 800. 76ers plus 1,000. And then Warriors, Grizzlies, but the most important one, Lakers at plus 1,600.
I mean, I want to look at recent results, and I might have to go with the Grizzlies, man. They've just been
really.
Yeah, they're 8-2 in the last 10.
Just
man.
remember, they're one of the worst road teams in the NBA.
Yeah, that'll hurt them. So
Them
I
and
guess
the Warriors.
if the Grizzlies keep that number 2 spot, I think that'll help them a lot. You know, then they really only have to, you know, go on the road more games if they're playing the Nuggets in the finals of the Western Conference. But yeah, out of the West, yeah, I mean, I can see the Lakers doing it, honestly, coming out of the West. But yeah, I think it's wide open in the West, honestly.
Yeah, I think
How
the
do
whole
you
thing's
feel?
pretty wide open. Yeah, it's I agree, it's pretty wide open. But I feel like if Kevin Durant is 100% healthy, I feel like the best value is going to be on the Suns at plus 450 to win outright, just because, you know, they have the superstars there. Like, I'd take Durant, Booker, and Paul over Giannis and anyone on the Bucks. You know, I'd take them over anyone on the Celtics. The Celtics seem to be out of whack all the time. They're just really inconsistent. And then, I don't know. I mean, yeah, I like the Lakers too, but obviously that's a little biased. But I don't know. They're a talented team. Who knows?
So
but
if
yeah, I
I
feel
had
like the best value is the Suns.
Yeah, I was going to say if I had to pick a team just by looking at preliminary numbers here, I would probably go with the Kings because, I mean, there's probably good value. And other than like only the Celtics and the Bucks have a better away record than the Kings. So that could definitely help them in the Western Conference. Yeah, they've got the closest to them with 20 wins. The Clippers are 20-20 on the road, and Kings are 24-14, and nobody else has a winning record on the road.
All right. Well, Bill likes the value on the Kings, but we're going to stop right quick to do a commercial break, and then we're going to get into tomorrow's slate and picks. So we'll be right back.
If you were advertising on our podcast, this is what your ad would sound like. Are you tired of losing? Are you tired of not being able to pay your rent? Are you tired of putting your gifts on layaway for your son that you've neglected due to your crippling gambling addiction? Well, good news. The Losing Streak podcast from Bankroll, Bill, and Austin is here to make you feel better about your failures and to commiserate with us as we also have our lives implode. Check it out now on your favorite podcast platform of choice, or don't, and save your money.
And we're back. All right, let's look at tomorrow's slate. What do we like? Is it a big slate tomorrow?
Yes, sir. It's a pretty enormous slate. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 basketball NBA games. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 13 MLB games, and we have 3 hockey games.
All right. Any lines jump out at you at first glance?
So right off the bat, first game, 9:35 a.m., Cubs, Reds. I'm looking at the under 8, and I know what you guys are thinking. Didn't the Cubs and the Reds just score a combined, 19 runs today?
I mean, that answer could be today. It could be
17.
Yesterday.
Yeah, it could have been yesterday, the day before. They've been scoring a lot of runs, but I'm going to tell you why I like the under. It's because Marcus Stroman for the Cubs is pitching, and Hunter Green for the Reds is pitching. Stroman pitched a gem his first game, didn't give up any runs. And then Hunter Green obviously got a little roughed up. His ERA is sitting at 8 for the season right now, but he is projected to be a frontline starter for any rotation. So I'm not really worried. I think he's going to come back down and start pitching well. And the Cubs aren't really that great of a lineup anyway. The Reds just have a terrible bullpen. So I think Hunter Green can get some innings in there, 6-7 innings, give the bullpen some rest for the Reds. And I think this is a low-scoring game. So give me under 8.
Under 8, okay. Do you want to make that a squad ride?
Do you like that one?
Yeah, I like it. Let me see. I think. Yeah. I mean, I like going by the pitchers, and I like that there's a ton of money on the over, yet the line's not really moving. So that's what I like.
I feel like people are just blindly being like, "Oh, these are 2 high-scoring teams these last few games, so let me take the over."
Yeah, Stroman gave up 0 runs. and but Green gave up 3 runs. So his ER, I mean, it was 3.1 innings, and he gave up 3 runs. But he also had 8 strikeouts, and Stroman had 8 strikeouts. So, yeah, I'm expecting a good pitching duel in this game. So, did we think we were gonna have a squad ride? Oh, we had to talk about our last squad ride.
Oh shoot, yeah, that is exactly what I forgot to do. Our last squad ride cashed. So
It did not cash, right? Well, wait, our last one cashed, but not
no, our last one cashed.
first-
Our first one did not cash. Our last one did cash. We chose the Boston Bruins money line at -125.
Ooh, that's a bingo.
Yes,
They
sir.
made it look easy.
They did, and so we are officially 1-1. And yeah, so do you want to take that under as a squad ride?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right,
Let's
so we're
lock
taking
it in.
Cubs Reds under 8 as the squad ride for tomorrow.
Yep.
All right, so moving on. How about you? You liking anything tomorrow on tomorrow's slate?
So I was looking at possibly Pittsburgh tomorrow. Yeah, I mean, because Kluber, didn't he get killed? Didn't he get killed in his first game?
Yeah, man, he's shot. I'm surprised he's, still going.
Yeah, so I like the Pirates there. I mean, I'm not saying this is a definite pick. I'm kind of just looking early, but yeah, I'm liking Pittsburgh for tomorrow. Good value plus 135.
These dogs have been winning, man. The Pirates have been winning. The Brewers have been winning.
That might actually hit that system pick. Let me see, because I think 130. No, it's not yet. Maybe because what's the total on that game?
9.5.
That's weird. Why isn't that showing up there? I don't know. It feels like it would meet that dogs formula they have if it's between,
right.
But whatever.
Whatever.
That's up. I'll write that down. Pirates. So we got squad red. We got Pirates. Okay. And any other picks you like for tomorrow? I've been trying to look up NHL stuff.
I kind of like the unders are kind of hard because it seems like every game is soaring over this year. But the Twins, Marlins under 7. These are 2 great pitchers, Pablo Lopez and Jesus Luzardo. Pablo Lopez had a great first start for the Twins. I actually think I talked about it on our first episode, or talked about him. I said that he'd probably want to get off to a good start, signing with a new team, and he did. He didn't give up a run, and he got the win. And now he's facing his old team, so I think it's a little bit of a revenge spot for him. So I actually kind of like the Twins as well.
Okay, the Twins under and the Twins. And speaking of the Mets, how bad they were earlier, how's Burns as a pitcher for Milwaukee? How's that matchup with Peterson?
He is a former Cy Young Award winner, so that was actually one of the picks I was going to get into as well. I like the Brewers. If I bet on the Brewers and the Mets win against Burns, I'm going to kill myself. But, hey, that's just the way it goes sometimes. But
you can't always win. You can't always live.
Right. But, yeah, but just looking at that matchup, I mean, Burns is the superior pitcher. I mean, I like it. I mean, -135. If I can find a -130, I'll take it. Usually, I don't like to go above -125, but I've been doing baseball's a little tougher with their line, so I've been looking at like -1 or like the -130s and taking those. But yeah, if I can find a -130, I'll take the Brewers.
All right, sounds good. Throwing in the Brewers. Any other picks you like tomorrow? Yeah, I think we've given a lot, and people can check our Twitter if they want fees. We don't want to force action just to.
I mean,
give you guys content.
This is one I like right off the bat too. By the way, this is my last one I like for tomorrow's slate. But also another under 7.5 for the Giants and the White Sox. These aren't 2 great lineups, and then on top of that, Dylan Cease is pitching for the White Sox. He has a 1.42 ERA, and obviously everybody knows who he is. He's one of the best pitchers in the league. And then again, Logan Webb got a little roughed up in his first start, but he's a pretty consistent pitcher, so I think he'll come back down as well. So I like the under 7.5 there.
Yeah, he got roughed up, but he had 12 strikeouts. So
Damn, yeah. So
Yeah.
I like the under 7.5 as well. This is it's fun when the pitchers. I like when the good pitchers are pitching because it's way more fun to take the unders.
Yep, I agree. All right. So do you have a last word recommendation?
You don't want to get into tomorrow's NBA action?
Oh, I thought we were going.
Actually, I don't think any lines are up, but so
Yeah,
it's okay.
Yeah, I was having trouble with NHL because they were only adding a couple at a time.
You're right. So we'll just skip to the last word. Let's see. Oh yeah, that Air movie comes out this weekend. It has a 99% on Rotten Tomatoes. I think I'll probably go see that one. How about you? You think you're gonna go see that one? Wear Jordans?
Ooh, that's a good idea. Yeah, I might have to. I might have to show up.
Exactly. Walk to the theater in your Jordans, looking fly.
It's a strong possibility. Okay. I was going to recommend something, but I'm having a brain fart, so I don't know why. Can't think of it right now.
Was it a TV show, a movie, a food item?
Food items are good. Sounds like I'm hungry. I'm gonna throw a random one out here. I recommend the Bronx Brewery. I love their beers. They have a really good like restaurant with this like Swedish burger company or something that makes the food, and it's right here on the Lower East Side. So if you come to New York City, check out the Bronx Brewery. They have various locations, and then they're a good local brewery. And I like what was my favorite beer? The World Gone Hazy IPA. I say that because I have it right here. It's kind of like someone, I see toilet, you just say what you see. But
that's funny. Oh, that's cool. That's a good one. So anybody out there, make sure you check that out.
Yep. And all right. We can't go. I got to read the finishing. All right. Thanks for hanging out with us today. Check me out on Twitter at Bankroll_Bill. And Austin can be found at
Austin Sports.
Our email for the podcast is thelosingstreakpodcast@gmail.com. And our voicemail line is 646-494-7185. Check out our YouTube page. We're trying to decide if we want to do YouTube streaming or Twitch streaming with our video. It's a debate among us. One of us likes one. One of us thinks he's an idiot for liking the other one. I think we're going to
go, I don't know. I don't really care. I just thought YouTube would be easier and just offer more growth, but Bill thinks Twitch is the way to go. And if he's the tech guy, so I'm just going to go with whatever he wants to do. I'm not really I'm not mad about it or anything. It's just, I just thought YouTube was better, but my mistake.
I was going to say, if you have any suggestions about it, just send it our way. But honestly, I probably will just start on YouTube because we already have a YouTube account, and that's one less thing I have to do. But yeah, so hit us up, or we're going to try a live stream. Should we try to do it by? You think we could try? We'll try a test run this weekend.
Yeah, we'll try. Yeah, we'll try and find like a slate that's really big, like probably Saturday or Sunday, and then we'll do our picks, and then we'll have like maybe a late night stream where we'll have a few drinks and our reactions, and you can see what we're like when we're upset or happy, and what our thought processes are.
Yeah, because the late Friday night game is Suns Lakers. And then there's also the Clippers don't play that night. I was just trying to see if there's any other good games that Friday night. But yeah, that could be fun, especially if the
Warriors Kings is a pretty good one too.
Yeah. Oh yeah, these are all going to be playoff teams.
Bulls, Mavericks, Knicks, Pelicans. These are all good games.
All right, that'll be good. I was having trouble looking at all of them. I clicked on one just to see who they were playing and what day it was. I did it in a very inefficient manner, but whatever. Yeah, check us out on YouTube when we do that live stream. All right, we'll listen to the calls live on air, or you can text us, you can email us, just send us something. And no, I don't want your beats. But all right. Anything else you'd like to add, Austin?
No, we're like Bill said, we're gonna try and do some streaming. Just try and find some more growth and just get some more engagement. We want to talk to people, get some more insight, and just have some fun with you guys. So yeah, stay on the lookout for that. If you guys have any tips for us or on growth, let us know. Yeah, just keep supporting us. Give us those 5-star reviews. Tell a friend about us, and keep supporting. We appreciate it.
I asked them to judge me on my losers because I have so few.
And on that note, well, see you later.